Okay, so I'm gonna talk about self-talk. I feel like it's a topic that isn't talked about enough, and I just wanna share my opinions about it. Um, Me just growing up, I was the type of kid to just keep my thoughts and my feelings to myself, and not really express it to other people. The closest people to me, like my friends or family. Um, I just feel like people couldn't really understand. Like they couldn't really relate to the things that I'm talking about, and that just led me to keep everything to myself. um, it just wasn't good for my mental health because I have all these thoughts that I have just accumulating in my mind, and I'm not like letting it be expressed. I'm not letting my mind just flow, um, and it just kind of like fogged my mind where I couldn't really think. I couldn't really focus on what I wanted to focus on, the things that were important to me, and I just kind of felt like alone. Where I couldn't project my thoughts or feelings to other people because I felt like they just couldn't understand. But it wasn't until I started making these videos where I just sit down and just talk and express myself, um, where I feel like my voice can be heard. And you probably watched this video, you probably clicked on it because um, you can relate to the topic of self-talk. You can find someone who can relate to you. Um, that's something that I feel like I couldn't figure out. I feel like I was the only one in my situation, and that there was no one else that can relate. But I know that isn't true. And you don't have to feel the same way that I did, where I was just kind of um, in my own world, feeling like I was the only one who experienced these things. And um, I feel like ever since I started making videos, it's helped me um, just kind of like discover myself, um, and just find my own people. Find the people who can relate to me, help other people. But I couldn't get there without self discovery and talking to myself, letting my voice be heard and listening to it, and just following my path, following my voice. And um, I know that there's gonna be a time when life gets hard and you're gonna have to make hard decisions. Um, and I had to go through those. I had to go through a lot of hard things in life to end up where I am now. Um, and I'm more confident knowing who I am. Um, when the time comes when there's going to be a hard decision to make, I know that I'll feel more comfortable with that now that I understand myself, and I spent the time to understand who I am and what I want with my own life. But this video was just kind of talking about self-talk and just kind of discovering who you are. Um, I hope that helped you out. Just kind of wanted to share my own thoughts about it, and that self-discovery is important, and you don't have to be alone in this journey. But that's pretty much all. So yeah.